Trevs Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. Sweet. Anyway, continuing with my favorite jersey of almost every team. And today, this one, I think we're actually going to have a bit more selection than we did with Carolina. Talking, of course, about Chicago. Now, being an original six team, obviously they've gone through a lot of change as far as the jersey goes anyways. The symbols pretty much stayed the same. But either way, let's look at some Blackhawks jerseys. So if you're unfamiliar with what I'm doing is I'm going over every jersey from every team that's ever played. Well, almost every team. At least the current ones anyway, not the defunct ones. Unless you want me to do the defunct ones, let me know. I go over the jerseys that they've worn over history and pick 5 that I would consider a favorite. And as I've said time and time again, some teams already know what my favorite is going in, but it's nice to look at some jerseys and get a refresher from time to time. And of those 5, I pick what I would consider my absolute favorite jersey that they've ever worn. And yeah, it's pretty much as simple as that. I mean, if you want to check out some jerseys from yourself and figure out where I'm getting all these from, here's where I go. Go to NHLuniforms.com. It has a nice history of jerseys from every team that's ever played, counting the defunct ones, so it's worth it if you're a big fan of jersey history. Now, if you remember, Carolina gave us a bit of a snooze fest. Chicago, a bit of a different story. Starting all the way from 26-27. And it goes quite a ways down. But again, the symbol has pretty much stayed the same. The color scheme has pretty much stayed the same. But they have revisited a lot of retro designs in the last couple of years. So having said that, let's look at every jersey they got and pick 5. Their home jerseys from 48 to 51. It's very simplistic and it doesn't need to be anything major. It just says Blackhawks well, even though Blackhawks was 2 words then. It almost doesn't really feel like it should have been changed, but it is what it is, right? 75th anniversary jerseys, back from what design they had in the 40s, just a lot more modernized. 2009 Winter Classic jerseys, which eventually became third jerseys. I would still love to get my hands on one of these, to be perfectly honest. 2016 Stadium Series jersey. And their Reebok third jerseys, which is based off their third jerseys that they wore from 96 to 99. I think beyond that, I think it was closer to 07 when they finally retired it. But so as you can see, we were not disappointed with selection, which is a great thing. But ultimately, here's my choice. 2016 Stadium Series jersey. Just a lot about this says probably their best design. If not in the last couple years, then maybe in their history. The collar design was something else. It's only 4 stars. It should be 6, but 4 stars represents Illinois. The off-white and the absolutely no trim on the numbers or the letters. It screams what a good Blackhawks jersey should look like these days. The numbers on the side or on the shoulders took some getting used to, but I mean, that's an easy fix, right? If they decided to ever rock something like that again, which I would love to see them do. But that's mine. If you want to tell me yours, let me know. So that's another one of Trev's hockey shows. Thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially since you're here. I'm here. You're here. It works out well, right? So while you're here, give me that like. While you're at it, hit subscribe, that red button. You know you want to. Let's do it. Subscribe makes you feel good. And we're getting close to 100. So let's do that up. All my socials, they're in the description down below. Moving forward, after Chicago is Colorado. And I really hope we don't run into the Carolina problem in Colorado. I want to say we won't, but who's to say, right? But either way, in between time, be looking for more beers from Trev. Later.